welcome to this MerryBody tutorial, shoulder modifications. Emma Carl here from MerryBody Online Studio. We are super excited. So we are showing you modifications if you feel any shoulder pain for down dog, plank, or all fours. So let's show you these movements first. Let's show down dog.
Okay.
So often we'll feel shoulder pain here because this is a lot of load in our shoulders, a lot of work in our front body. Cool, let's move into plank. One straight line from head to heels. Obviously we're going to feel a lot of, not pain, but pressure in the shoulders.
But
and
it could be.
If you have sore shoulders, you will feel pain. So first things first, we want to make sure that we're getting our technique right. So go ahead and watch the tutorials for those to really feel into the technique. But if you do have shoulder pain, we're going to show you some modifications. Also in your all fours, you might feel some shoulder pain here because we're putting a lot of load in the front of the body and the shoulders. We're using lots of muscles here. So option number one for your plank and your all fours is coming down to your elbows. Now, often you might actually feel more shoulder pain here. So if this modification doesn't work for you, don't take it. But if it does, I want you to make sure that your elbows are directly underneath your shoulders. Your forearms are coming out in front of you and you're clasping all fingers, letting the little fingers and the pointer fingers release. Awesome. So you can see there's one straight line all the way from the shoulders down to the elbows. Emma's pressing her forearms into the earth. There's a slight doming of this upper back, bringing those ribs toward the hips. If you haven't watched that tutorial, make sure you do. And you're pressing those heels all the way back. So that's one option.
Oh my gosh.
It's tough. But if that one doesn't work for you, what I want you to do is come up to standing and use a chair. So we're going to be doing the same movements that we would be doing in plank or all fours, but we're doing it standing. So for example, if we were moving one leg in all fours, like this, tap and lift, it's simply standing. We're keeping all of the same technique, our rib to hip connection, our abs in, our lengthening of the leg, making sure we're not dumping into that lower back. Another option is to bring the forearms to the chair, and this way we can lift that leg now to hip height. Tap and lift. So you can see here we're using the same muscles as we would be in our all fours or our plank. This one is especially good for all fours, I think. Cool. So let's come back down to plank, as I forgot one option that you could have done, is simply coming down to your knees. This is going to be way less pressure on your shoulders. So dropping those knees down, and that's taking a lot of load out of the shoulders. Once again, we're keeping the same things switched on. Body parts, I should say. Ribs to hips.
And this is really good if it's a static hold. So obviously, if you're not moving your legs, the one with the chair is kind of just leaning on the chair. But this is a really great option.
Awesome. So let's remind you of our downward facing dog. Coming back to downward facing dog, Emmy. A lot of the time with our yoga, we'll be here, and this is a transition move where we move that foot forward and into a lunge. So some people think that we can't do this move because we can't get into downward dog, but that's not true. Simply, you can come to your all fours or you can come to your child's pose. So come to your all fours, Emmy. Now, take a deep breath in, and exhale. I just want you to step that right foot between the hands. And maybe you have to move the hand, and that's okay. But we still got there into our low lunge. Same as your child's pose. If you are flowing through a vinyasa and you're not moving back into your down dog, you can come back into a child's pose. Take a deep breath in here and exhale, hold. Now as you inhale, you'd come up to all fours and move that right foot forward again into your next movement, into your lunge or into your warrior. So you can see there's a lot of less pressure placed on the shoulders when we take these options. Feeling really good?
Lots of options.
So many options. Oh my gosh. If you've got questions about any of those options or any other movements, make sure you check in with us. We're always here to help. Do you have anything to add?
No, I think that's
We covered all bases?
Yes.
Amazing. We'll see you super soon on the mat. Bye.